What's up, everybody? Welcome to ShiftysClub. This is the Shifty Sports Betting Analysis, helping you with your betting decisions to the best of my ability. If you haven't subscribed, please do. When I finally hit 1,000 subscribers, I will be eligible for monetization, and I'll be able to invest thousands into the greatest videos I could ever make that you will love. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started. Monday, um, I see the NHL. We have Flames Capitals. I would take Alex Ovechkin to get at least 1 point. Um, the Calgary is having problems, so mostly injuries, and pretty much Kadri's the only consistent player. So look for Ovechkin to get at least a point there. Um, Senators Canucks. Um, I would take Tim Stutzel to have at least 1 point. Uh, Probably because Vancouver's the worst team with numerous injuries, and that's causing a large number of losses. Um, so expect him to get his in this game. Let's see. I don't see anything else. So NBA, we'll go to Nuggets Thunder. Nikola Jokic to get at least 30 points. I love this bet right here. Um, Keep in mind, Holmgren being out makes it so much easier. OKC needs many points, and Jokic knows this, and pretty much he's going to have to up his point count for this game because he knows that the team is going to be matched pretty physically. So having to score a lot himself is going to be how the Nuggets determine whether or not they're going to win this game. Now, are they in control of this game? No, they are not. Uh, Warriors Jazz. Um, I will say there should be a prop for Draymond Green to score at least 10 points. Keep in mind he only averages like eight, 8.5, I think. Um, so Curry being out, and then you've also got Markkanen and Nurkic out, and that'll require extra point load. Um, Knicks Clippers, I like this one. I've actually got two I could do for this one. If you take Jalen Brunson to get at least 25 points, because I mean, compared to the Clippers, the Knicks are pretty stacked and can just take pressure off of them. The other one is Karl Anthony Towns to get at least 10 rebounds. Um, and like I was saying, Collins out um, pretty much makes Brook Lopez the only threat, and I'm not afraid of Brook Lopez if I'm Karl Anthony Towns. Don't see anything else. Tuesday. Okay, Kings Bruins. I would take David Pastrnak to get at least 1 point. There are a few key injuries, and Kemp can't focus on him. Um, Shark Sabers. I would take Macklin Celebrini to get at least 3 shots on goal, but you could also go Tage Thompson at least 3 shots on goal. Both picks are great. Um, Basically because both teams are like they're both in the postseason. So they're going to be more relaxed. So a lot of the bench is going to be more like relaxed and rest. A lot of your key players are going to not play as many minutes, but look for Celebrity and Thompson to still get theirs because there's going to be plenty of penalties in this game. So there's going to be plenty of opportunities for those power play shots, not necessarily goals, the shots. Um, I also like the Knights and the Stars. Um, so I like Jason Robertson to get at least 3 shots on goal. With Mark Stone out and Rantanen on IR, basically your biggest threat is gone, and you have to produce more because your one of your best players is out. um, so that's the way I feel on that one. Oilers Avs. Oh my God, Wow. Yeah, this is going to be the best game this week between NHL and NBA. Oilers as will be the best game. I'm watching that game. Um, let's I take McKinnon to get at least 3 shots on goal. I'm going to say this. I wouldn't want to bet on this game, but if I had to bet, that's the pick I would make. I'd probably say he's got about a 75% chance of getting 3 shots on goal. So if you look for the 2.5 shots on goal prop, if they got it, you could take it. I think there's a pretty good chance that he gets it. But whether or not, I'm watching this game. Um, because the only other game, well, I look at the NBA, the only other game that I would bet on is Pistons Nets, and this is going to be a complete and total blowout. I take Cade Cunningham to get at least 25 points in this game, since Traore is the only player left to guard him. You could actually even go 30. I'd say it's probably like a 65% chance, maybe. Um, but that I guess he could go over. I guess he could go over 30, but it's less and less of a chance. But 25 should be pretty locked. Um, so Wednesday, the NHL, I don't like any of those games. Only 2 games, so there's not going to be any good bets because neither of these games will look good. The NBA, Raptors Pelicans. I take Brandon Ingram to score at least 20 points. It should be this should be an option and a very safe one at that. Um, Knicks Jazz. I'll take Jalen Brunson to get at least 25 points. With all of the entry depth on the point for the Jazz, this should be like a walk in the park for Brunson. Don't see anything else I like. Um, Thursday. Um, okay, so Ducks leaves. So I'd go one of two ways with this. I would either take Carter Gauthier to get at least 3 shots on goal, or Austin Matthews. But I think it'll come down to like game time decision because there are a few players on that are GTDs. So it's gonna depend on how everything looks come game time because I don't know who I'm gonna put it on. Whoever's got the most prominent players not injured. Like, and there's a bunch of like second stringers that are gone. So it's like, who do I choose here? Like, Carter Gauthier is almost always going to get his, but not always. So, but by default it would be Carter Gauthier. But if the Leafs look absolutely perfectly healthy, like nothing's wrong with Toronto, like I could take Matthews. Um, it has nothing to do with that fan base. That fan base sucks. Like the entire Toronto Maple Leaf fan base, they're like Dallas Cowboys fans. They really are. um, and the other one is Avs Kraken for the obvious reason. I'm taking Nathan McKinnon to get at least 1 point. And there's a ton of talent injured for the Kraken, so it's it's going to be a very difficult game for them. And I expect McKinnon to capitalize, get his. For the NBA, oh, wow. Okay. I do see quite a number of games I can take here. Sixers Pistons. Again, I'm going to take Cade Cunningham to get at least 25 points. Tyrese Maxey is out, so no pressure from any defender on their side. I mean, seriously, the Sixers have got nothing. Um, Suns Pacers, obviously. Devin Booker at least 25 points. They're crippled. Halliburton's out, and there's no defensive pressure. Um, I would say Wizards Magic. You could go Paolo Banchero to get a double double. And the reason why is I expect him to absolutely ankle break the backups and potentially get the double double. I'm not going to say he will. I'm going to say I would rather just take McKinnon to get his 1 point in the game than take that game late. As I really don't. I'm not a huge like. I think it's closer to like 65, 70. You could even say 75%. I expect Paulo McGarry to get the double double though. Is he going to? Don't know. um, but I do expect it. Um, Friday, um, you got Oilers Blues. Actually, that's the only game I see that I like on here. Um, but if there is only one thing you put money on this week, make it Connor McDavid to get at least 1 point against the Blues. That be the only thing you bet on. Make it that. That will win. That I'm probably putting double or triple on that one specifically. Um, so NBA. Oh, we got Grizz Pistons again. Like like Pistons are playing like so many bad teams this week. So like expect them to go like 3-0 or something. Uh, but anyway, I'll take him to get 25 points this week as well. Um, there's a huge lack of healthy bodies for Memphis, and just makes it a gimme pick. Um, and another one I see is Knicks Pacers and Carl Anthony Towns to get at least 10 rebounds. I know that sounds kind of crazy to say, but Siakam is extremely overworked and can't keep the energy up he's going to need to defend Towns. So like Pascal Siakam's a good player. Don't get me wrong, but he's got almost no backup good enough to even put up the put up points. Like they're going to take shots and they're going to miss a lot of shots. And this is where I'm expecting Carl Anthony Towns to get those rebounds is because they're going to miss a lot. A lot, a lot. Um, and then you've got Pelicans Rockets. I expect Kevin Durant to get at least 25 points in this game. Um, basically, your opponents are too young and experienced to deal with them effectively. So I do not expect anyone in New Orleans to be able to stop Kevin Durant. It's like you got a 6'10 dude who is probably at this point probably the second or third best player in the league. And I hate to say that, but it is true. uh it's like you can't even put LeBron up there right now because LeBron's like put him on a decent like he could get back up to top five, but as of right now, no one's touching Shea Gilgeous Alexander, like no one's touching Nikola Jokic, and then Kevin Durant's just like so good, bro. Like um nothing else. So Saturday, okay, I like this bet. Avs Jets. And I know y'all get tired of hearing me say the Avs, and you know exactly what I'm going to say is Nathan McKinnon to get at least a point or 3 shots on goal, or at least 3 shots on goal. And the reason I say that is because Sheffield doesn't really have a supporting cast around him to stop McKinnon. So really do not expect any of the backups like not like this like you basically have a center and 2 wings that are not going to be able to deal with him. The backups are there's a few there's actually 2 injured that I know for sure. Um, yeah, there's 2 injured. The rest of them are pretty much just like I'm not going to say rookie deal contracts, but pretty close to minimum contract players. So don't expect too much from them. um, Rangers Wild. Okay, I like Kirill Kaprizov to get at least 1 point in this game. Um, I expect the downfall of the Rangers because there's a lack of top level experience, um, and that gives them the best chance. Probably one of the things that I love making note of is not having Panarin anymore, and now they're pretty much in tank mode for the Rangers. So you could even go with the wild money line if you wanted to. That actually probably would be one of the best bets you could make if you don't mind putting up like 300 or 400 to the casino's 100. But I'm trying to give y'all pretty decent picks that aren't going to break the bank. um, as far as the NBA goes, Wizards Celtics. I really like Jaylen Brown to get at least 30 points in this game. There's not enough healthy bodies to guard him, and they're not going to be able to stop him from doing what he does. um, let's see. I like Kings Clippers, specifically Kawhi Leonard to get at least 25 points. Um, the reason why is all of the Kings' best forwards are out, so expect big numbers from him. Um, I don't like anything else Saturday. We'll go Sunday. Okay. In the NHL, we got Predators Oilers. I expect the over 6.5 here. And the reason why is expect firepower on both sides. Both goaltenders are in the sub 900% save club. And if you don't know, Saros and Jari, they're both going to make it pretty interesting. Um, Now, I'm not saying that because I'm not saying they're bad. I'm saying they're not going to be as trustworthy in this game. Keep in mind who is on both sides of the puck here. like, like seriously, Saros is going to get lit, and expect him to give up a few. Like Saros is going to get lit up completely in this game. Um, And so the NBA, oh, there's nothing in the NBA, so that's it. Okay, so to close, as I always say, always bet responsibly. Never bet more than you can afford to lose because at the end of the day, anything can happen and nothing's guaranteed in life except death. So I suggest you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time at Shifty's Club.